EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The drive starts with a run by White to about the 23. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Charlotte will give them the season sweep. Ball at the 23, second and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's White. And he stopped immediately there. Amari Barno getting there to make the stop. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Amari Barno. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
On second down, they'll run with White. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback up there?
Well, the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Carolina. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On second down, Mayfield again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as he failed to connect on third.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. Young now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. He's got Mingo. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Sanders is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That is caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That third down conversion good for 23.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Got a man downfield. It's Otten. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Wrecking the defense there was Brandon Smith. Back to stop him before he got to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And that one is well upfield across the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
47-yard line.
Ultra. Ready?
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready?
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Bucs is Devin Tompkins. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll go up the middle with White. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Play fake. Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Open man, it's Palmer. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Romeo Doubs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow here on the goal line, right? You're trying to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
To throw on 2nd down is Young. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Again, it's Young. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Terry McLaurin, 78 yards. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Completed out left to Dobbs. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans, 36 yards. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. Hayden Hurst in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. final play of the half. Mayfield. Over the middle to Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Slide, 97. Set.
Second down, back to Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and 4.
Flash it. 6. Green back. Hut.
Young. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now...
There he goes, left side. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw, Mayfield. He may go. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rachaad White, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. And now it's blocked. The Panthers get it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second down, Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Blue strike. Ready.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Young off the play fake. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They go right back to White here on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's 2nd and 10.
King.
Mayfield to throw it.
The pass on 2nd down. The tackle by Brian Burns.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They go play action. Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Buccaneers.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. God.
Mayfield on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's got his man. It's White. Touchdown. Rachaad White with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Buccaneers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. 7 yards there and a first down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down.
Here we go, set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Young from the shotgun. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Lavonte David. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Hey, Roy 33.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, alert 33. I got.
Mayfield off the play fake. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Alert, 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 alert. Stop.
First down, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Johnson. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Young to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Throwing, Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
38. Ready.
Now here's Young. Did he get the feet down? Yes. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just... Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Stuck for the loss by Devin White. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense trying to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And room there to work it inside the 25. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 44-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Regular.
On second down, Mayfield again. This is caught by Tucker. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Mayfield with it once more. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And the Buccaneers have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mayfield to Evans on the slant. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Here's 1st down.
Point it right. Hey, alert 33.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Carolina, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.